Baby, you're my coat. She got me feeling like a dope fiend. I'm addicted to a
Welcome
black
back to
queen.
Love Life After. I'm Christelle.
I'm Brittany.
I'm Chan.
I'm Olivia.
And today we have Ashley Valentine with us. She's going to be joining us and tell us about herself. So, Ashley, you want to introduce yourself?
I'm Ashley. That's pretty much it. I'm from New York. I currently live here in Raleigh, North Carolina. I have two beautiful boys. I graduated Clark Atlanta University.
Okay.
I'm currently a certified tax preparer, and also I own a wellness bar in Nightdale, North Carolina. I love acting, rapping, just a whole bunch of stuff. That's pretty much me. A little bit about me.
Okay, cool. That's good. Thanks for sharing. Well, we're glad to have you here. So I guess we'll just go in because we wanted you to just kind of like tell us, what, as far as all your other businesses and everything you do, we just want you to tell us about it and share some of your stories with people. So first question, what advice can you give anyone who wants to start a business?
To go for it. Don't be afraid to fail. Because one thing I can say that failing is not trying.
Right.
To go for it. Don't expect to make $1 million your first year.
Right.
Don't expect for the ones closest to you to support you the most. A lot of your support is going to come from strangers. Be passionate about what you do. Be professional about what you do.
Mm-hmm.
But most importantly, to go for it. If it's something that you want to do, do it.
Do it. Thank you.
That's great advice.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. All right, so you did state that you had a tax business and a wellness bar, and you also have a nonprofit. Is it a
Yes,
nonprofit?
I have a nonprofit organization that I started in my son's name. I just want to teach my sons how to give back. I feel like in the community, like a lot of children don't really. Now growing up, I feel like a lot of kids don't really appreciate the things that they have. Like our children are blessed.
Mm-hmm.
Like my kids, growing up, I didn't have half the things that my kids have. I didn't even have half the experiences that my kids have.
Right.
So I want to teach both my boys at a young age to understand that everyone is not as fortunate as you.
Mm-hmm.
So be able to bless people by being
giving back.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. So that's why I started the foundation. It's called Brothers Keeper Foundation. And the first thing that we organized was a toy drive. We gave back about 100 toys to unfortunate kids for Christmas. I kind of let my oldest son, he's 5, I let him be very hands-on with things. I let him pick out a lot of the toys. I let him pick out basically a lot of the toys, boys and girls toys. I mean, he enjoyed it. He understood what was going on. He enjoyed giving the toys away. So that's something that I'm just trying to continue to do so they have something positive to look forward to in life.
So did you not have people like donate toys, or did you purchase the toys out of your own wallet?
We were accepting donations and expecting people to donate, but we didn't have as much donations as I would like it to be. So a lot of the toys did come out of my own personal expenses.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. That's nice. Is this something you're planning on doing every year?
Yes, it is something I plan on doing every year. I think that this year I want to kind of target foster kids more.
Mm-hmm.
I grew up I was in a foster system, so I want to kind of give back to kids who are actually. I'm not saying that those kids didn't need it,
right?
But I feel like there are kids that really need it, who don't get a Christmas, who don't see their parents. Mm-hmm. So I want to kind of target foster kids next year and do the same thing at a foster home.
That's what's up. So do you have any other events planned, like moving forward within like the next couple of months?
We were planning a DC trip to middle school kids. To qualify, you have to write a 2-page essay. And you have to be in the 7th or 8th grade. you have to kind of tell us what it is that you want to, what do you want to be in life? And we were going to plan a DC trip to see, the White House, different things for
That's dope.
for
Yeah.
students.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
that's dope. And you should also look into maybe taking them to the African American
Museum in
museum.
DC. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Is
but you
that
gotta
for
get.
any school? Are you doing it for any
It's for
school?
any school.
Okay.
That's what's up. That's dope. Because
Mhm.
that
But it's
that
all the
museum
same
is
thing.
nice. I took the boys last year in October. We didn't even get to finish viewing the museum. That's how big it is. It's dope.
Yeah, I want to go.
So
It's
how
dope.
do they know, like with the school? Did you go to the school and like let them know that you're doing this?
No,
or-
we don't solicit to be a nonprofit organization to get your because I tried to get the flyer posted in school,
Mhm.
and they said that we have to go through the Board of Education to get approved first.
Okay.
So we're not soliciting to the schools. We're soliciting to the parents. You know what I'm saying? So pretty much we're gonna use our resources to actually reach parents who are interested in their child going. Because I mean, it's not really up to the school. It's up to the
Right,
parents.
it's up to the
So
parents. Yeah, that's
What's
dope.
your deadline?
it was gonna be June
Mhm.
because it was gonna be a summer trip right before they go back to school. So it was gonna be July. We haven't released all the details yet,
Mhm.
but when we do, it'll be June because the trip will take place in July
Oh,
while they're
Okay.
on summer vacation.
okay.
Yeah, that's
That's
dope.
really good.
Yeah, that is. That's a
I
dope
wish I had-
vacation.
right.
Right. I wish I had stuff like that growing up.
Right.
Yeah, me too. I mean, you know what's crazy though is we did.
You probably
But-
didn't know about it.
Right. Our resource was so limited because where we from or our parents didn't know about it
Yeah.
and stuff like that. So
Yeah, that's true. Because, I mean, my mother always worked. So it was like, when did she have time to, like, do extracurricular activities?
right.
Or to look into them.
Right. So, yeah.
Mhm.
That's what's up.
So do you have a website?
Not for the foundation, no.
Okay.
Not yet. So you working on it? That's something that you working on?
Yeah, we'll eventually start to work on maybe social media websites first, then probably www.abrotherskeeperfoundation.com maybe.
Okay.
Mhm.
So is this something that you're just gonna let your boys like take on and carry on when they get older?
I want them to,
Okay.
definitely.
That's what's up.
And I feel like as Amir get older, I want him to implement his own ideas of how he can give back.
Yeah, that's what's up. I think it's important, especially from my background. If y'all didn't know, we are related. We cousins. So we both come from the same background, basically. So like she said, our resources and stuff was very limited. So we probably did have stuff like that growing up, but it's like we just didn't know about it. But I think that's dope. I think that's a real dope idea. I think that's what's up. Like, and I really hope they grow up and they move on with it and be something big. So about your tax business, right? We was talking last week. I was like, yo, I think a lot of people, they don't really know how to fill out their paperwork, right? Like
The
they
W-4
the
paper.
W-4
They don't. They don't.
So can you like give a little advice or like a little background on how you're supposed to like accurately fill that out?
Okay, I would have to look at the W-4 paper to be able to
Because it
explain to you how
updates
to.
a lot, right?
No, because I don't remember each line. But for instance, once they enter one if you are single, you're supposed to enter one. Then it says enter one if you are married. If you're not married, don't enter one, of course, if you're single. Then it just say like enter one if you're head of household. Then you enter one again. Then it'll say enter one. Like I have to look at the paper to tell you.
Yeah.
Then it'll tell you enter one if you have one job.
Mm-hmm.
If you have one job, you enter one right there. It'll say enter one if you have 2 jobs. So no, it says that if you have multiple jobs, enter it. Then it'll say enter one if you have a certain amount of dependents.
Mm-hmm.
Then if you have 2, 3 dependents, that's 3 dependents. But by then you already have 7.
Right.
Oh wow.
Right. So then people usually just think they supposed to enter how many kids they have. So then they only enter 2.
Mm-hmm.
And the next thing you know, their withholdings is incorrect.
Right.
So unless you want to completely file exempt, then you just don't enter nothing.
But some people, it's not that they don't know. They just like me. They fill it out however the hell they want to. I mean, I want my money on the front end. I don't want them. I mean, I got to pay back anyway. So I might as well get as much as I can throughout the year.
So then if you want to do something like that, then file exempt. If you have a child and you're not like, oh, I need to get me a $10,000 refund back, file exempt, because what it is the credit that you get from your child is going to deduct from what you owe from the IRS. So file exempt. And then therefore, depending on how much you make, you might not owe anything. You just won't get a refund back. But you might have made more throughout the year.
Yeah, because one refund pays the other one. So I don't get nothing.
I usually break even because I'm married, and then me and my spouse both work, and we got 2 children. But I was like, what the heck? I be filling out the W-4. I'm like, yo, this don't seem right. I'm like, something ain't adding up. Like, I'm answering the questions and putting in a number, but it's just like, yo, that's too much. Like, there's something ain't right. But apparently, I'm not the only one. Like,
yeah, a lot of people.
We don't even ever. The last 5 years, we haven't got anything back. So.
Yeah, it be like that sometimes. But
another thing is to start itemizing. I mean.
Yeah,
you're a business owner, so just start itemizing some of your deductions.
So yeah, I think this year I did. The boys went to summer camp at the Y, so I was able to use that, and I used my my registration for my car and stuff like that.
And start itemizing.
So that helped a little bit, and then when I become a homeowner, I guess I can have more. But
that's that changed.
It did. Okay, so what changed about it?
The tax deduction for homeowners is not the same as it used to be, especially if you're becoming a homeowner after 2017.
Oh, that's what.
It's not the same, so you probably won't get a big tax break like people who bought homes prior. They're still acknowledging people who bought homes prior to that.
Okay.
But anybody after that from 2018 and up is...
That's what.
Yeah, but it might change again. You never know, right? Because things change as the presidents change.
Like interest on homes, like doing the pre-approvals and stuff like that. The interest rate was high, but then they just go for trends. Like what I'm saying. So this year it might be lower. Like next year it might be higher. It just depends. But that's whack though.
I mean, it possibly can change. We'll see.
Right.
What advice do you have for anybody with struggling to file their taxes?
Like when you say struggling, like someone like who makes over the income,
right?
Get a great tax preparer. Itemize all your deductions. Keep your receipts. And claim your own kids.
And plus, it also matters if you keep the same person.
Yes,
and work with them throughout the whole year, so that they already know what your goals are and how you spend your money.
And not only that, but it raises a red flag to the IRS.
When you switch preparers
to different people.
Yes, it starts to raise a red flag with the IRS. So like the tax, and then the more you kind of change up your tax return, like for instance, if 1 year you filed a certain amount of income, you don't have no kids, you filed this credit, didn't have this credit, didn't have this credit. The next year you start filing this credit, this credit, this credit, this credit. You got kids, it raises a red flag to the IRS as well. They're gonna audit you. Not all the time, but they may audit you and they may ask you to prove all this stuff that you paid on your taxes. So that's why it's best to kind of keep the same tax prepared, because your taxes can kind of be filed consistently the same, because not too much has changed throughout the years. But not only that, but some people may just start to do stuff to your tax return to try to get you back money so they can get paid.
My last tax preparer is in prison right now.
What?
Oh my God.
He helped out all the Charleston.
So he was just putting things on people's tax returns.
He was doing something, but the main thing with him, it was a lot of people hating on him because he was getting a lot of business.
Right.
So he would have been fine if he didn't have haters. And then when they checked it, like people, they had businesses and stuff that they didn't have.
Dang.
Yeah, Shafika was getting 20 grand back, Belinda might have been getting 5. But I appreciated him.
Yeah, and at the time, a lot of people don't care. Like they be like, I don't care. Let me get that money right now.
But I didn't know the difference until I didn't use him for like a couple of years, and then I heard what happened.
Right.
And I said, oh yeah.
Well, that's it's not that easy to do stuff like that now because the IRS is on everything, and now tax preparers get fined. Like if we have anything missing in a tax file and we get audited, we get fined. We can get fined now. Before they didn't used to do that. Yeah, but now they fine tax preparers.
Oh wow.
I mean, I guess that's good in a way because it holds everybody accountable.
Yeah.
So
it's good in a sense, only because some people could come in here with. Well, technically, no, we are held accountable for it because if somebody coming in saying I have 2 kids, we need to have their social security on file.
Yeah.
So, and if we don't have their social security on file, then we get fined. So it's things that we have to have in a file to not get fined. So it is a good way to hold everybody accountable. But people still try you. I had one person just messaged me the other day and he was like, "Yeah, I need a hookup," and I was like, "I don't do hookups." Okay. So
Crazy.
and then, but
you knew?
I knew him from one of my clients. So then she didn't apologize to me. She said, "I didn't know he was gonna ask you that." You know what I'm saying? She's like, "I apologize. I didn't know he was gonna ask you that. I just know he needed his taxes done."
A hookup to get locked up, basically, is what he was about to get.
I mean, I wasn't gonna do it. I was like, I don't do hookups, so that's on you.
You just get a job. Just work.
Claim your own kids.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't listen. It was at a point in time when me and my husband wasn't married and I had to like pay back my student loans and stuff like that. Like now that we married, like we filed together. My student loan payment is out the roof.
Why you don't try to get it lowered?
Based on your income.
I do. I'm in income based right now, but like when you married, our incomes is combined. Like they look at that, they verify that. Like, well, if you file with your husband, we need his income.
I got 5 dependents, according to student loans.
Or why don't you file married? Why don't you file separately? Aren't you old enough to still qualify for the earned income credit if you file separately?
I don't know. I think we tried that one year, and
I don't think he was old enough.
Maybe not. I don't know. But especially like with the house stuff and all that, we kind of need to be on there together.
Oh, okay.
So, but yeah, I try to just do right. At the end of the day, I'll do right. If I can't afford to pay my student loan, I'll call them up. Great Lakes, I got Great Lakes and College Foundation. Great Lakes, they real understanding. College Foundation, they all right. Like they real unprofessional for some reason. I don't know why, but they real unprofessional.
Sound like college.
They are College Foundation. They actually offer capital. The office is off of Capitol Boulevard.
Okay.
Yeah. But Great Lakes, they understand. If I call them, be like, listen, I can't make my payment this month. I need to push it out, or is anything I could do? They'll give you options. College Foundation. Like, all right, we'll put it in default and you're gonna gain interest. I'm like, okay, well, y'all ain't got no other options for me, but I just try to pay it when, you know what I'm saying, it's on order draft, because basically if you put your student loans on order draft, it lowers the interest. It lowers the interest. So
the mistake I made was, while I was working for the state, I could have gotten credited for all those payments that I made. Mm-hmm. So after a certain amount, they would have forgiven. And I never did it. Yeah. Well, I knew, but you just didn't. But I was lazy and didn't get the paperwork filled out by my supervisor.
Dang.
Wow. So my stuff would have been deferred had I started. I would have had maybe 2 or 3 more years left.
Dang,
to pay.
Girl, you don't know how many
more years you got.
I don't know if I don't pay it.
I do.
Zero right now.
Zero. You didn't have to take out student loans from Clark-Atlanta?
Yeah, I did.
You did? Okay.
But right now my payments is at $0.
Oh, yeah. No, I feel you. Mine was like that for a little bit too, but with the house situation, they pull everything. They want to make sure that you on time, making payments with everything.
That's
so I was
what stopped me, because they were even though, at the time, I think my payments were maybe $100 a month.
Yeah.
And technically my payment should have been $900.
Oh,
and they looked at what it should have been versus what I was actually required to pay, and they were like, "Nah, you can't get no house."
Yeah, that's what they said. Yeah, they do that, because they have different programs. They have different types of debt to income ratio. They have different programs for homes. The USDA loan. You can you can get a house loan. It's 100% finance. You ain't got to put no down payment down, but you have to move to Cremo or Fuquay.
That's through the state employees and stuff like that.
No, it's just a type of loan. Okay. I mean, I do state employees do. I can't remember, but I know I went through Fairway Mortgage, so we was gonna try to do the USDA, but USDA, the government, they have requirements. Oh, girl, you got this amount of student loans. Oh yeah, you can't do this. Your debt to income ratio to you owe too much student loans. So I couldn't do that.
Even if your payment is at 0.
Yeah, they look at what your payment is supposed to be versus
what it's supposed to be. Yeah. And basically, I'm in a what is it called? Income based. So since I'm in income based, they're your payment, you're in income based right now, so you're not paying what you're supposed to be paying. So you can't get approved for this USDA loan.
Oh wow. Yeah. I'm starting to try to get into the loans, the mortgage loans too, is right now, because I'm kind of prepared to buy, but my hardest thing is that I work for myself. so I don't have like pay stubs. I don't have
It's
You're
okay because they
self-employed.
just take your tax returns.
Right.
So do they?
Mm-hmm.
So do they require you to
I
like
think
fill
it's
out the
2
form, or you just bring a copy of it?
It's 2 years worth
Yeah.
of your tax return.
Yeah, 2 years worth tax returns. I think when we went through Fairway Mortgage to get the pre-approval, they said 2 years of tax returns and they wanted like 90 days of pay stubs or something like that. I think it's either or, but you're self-employed, so I
Right.
mean, you could just bring your tax return.
Yeah, your tax returns, and
Your
you
bank
have to show
statements.
that you've made a profit on your businesses for 2 years as well.
Right.
And the dude that we spoke with, he was like, "Listen, if you hit the lottery or if your family is giving you money, you need to call me because you don't need to do nothing with that money. You don't need to like." He basically was like, "Listen, this is strategic. Like, don't do nothing without calling me first." I'm like, "Dang, like."
I need to know that man.
They serious, bro. They serious. But I mean, that house and stuff, like buying a home, like his junk is very, very
You hit the lottery.
like for real. That's how he was. He was like, listen, don't do nothing with your bread. He was like, call me first. So I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
But-
I just bought a house and it was like that. Like they were all up in my business. I couldn't, basically go buy anything. Like I couldn't go make a purchase over $1,000 without them knowing, or I couldn't even have any money come into my account. I think like $200 deposited into my bank account, and they like, what is that from?
Yeah. Yes.
Need
Yes.
receipts and this and
Yes.
that.
It's
So
that
it's like,
stringent. Yes.
so like if you trying to like
Wait,
embezzle
what was your go through?
That's with anybody though.
It
They
is.
want to know
They wanna
everything
know
that's going on
everything.
with you financially. Even like at the time, my dad, he actually liked me around that time, so he was gonna help me. And they wanted to know where the money was coming from that he was gonna give me to do a down payment. So they wanted access to his bank account, his business information, all of that.
Yeah, and then also,
And it had to sit in the bank for a certain amount of time.
Is that
His
before.
information?
Yeah.
Okay,
no,
what
the
about
money to me? Yeah.
So do they want all this information after you try to get the loan, or even before you get the loan?
Even before.
Oh, I'm good. I ain't buying no house.
Yeah, this is like a way of the
It's too
government.
much.
They nosy.
They know
This is
they're
a way-
nosy.
This is a way for the government to be sure that there's no embezzlement,
No illegal activity and
there's
stuff like that.
Because you can have $100,000, buried in the ground right now, but they ain't gonna let you buy no house with that. Like, unless you're just paying cash for it, directly to the owner, but you can't get a loan.
Yeah, so that's why it's just been a stringent process. And you
It's
know
like,
what?
home, it's
Look,
better to
buying-
just be legal beforehand, and then after you get your loan, do whatever you want to do. After that.
Right.
Yeah,
That's why I mean, but
exactly.
home ownership ain't for everybody. Like it ain't for everybody. Like you feel what I'm saying?
It's not because I get mad, and I was getting real mad when they
Yeah.
were asking me certain stuff. I'm like, what do you need that
Yeah,
for?
right. That's what I'm saying. I
Yeah.
just would just be like getting annoyed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was
why
pissed.
would
My
ask
child
you all these
support,
questions?
even with my child support,
Oh,
they
you gotta
couldn't
report
even.
that too.
They couldn't accept it or count it as income because I had just received it. I just started receiving
Yeah,
it.
it's
But
crazy.
I'm like, I'm gonna keep getting it, hopefully, like I, try to show that documentation. They were like, if you haven't received it for the past 3 months consistently, we can't consider that as income.
Nah,
And
this
so
sound like too
that
much
made
for the
my
government, like they
interest
tryna
rates
watch
go
you.
up.
Yeah, that's
They
exactly
are
that's
watching.
exactly what they doing. They are
They
watching.
listening right now.
But I mean,
I do right on
But
my
if you
student
speak,
loans.
if you have the right person to help you and assist you, like Keen, you remember Keen?
No.
Rakeem
Mm-mm.
Chambers.
Dawn's adopted baby.
No.
You don't know who Keem is?
Mm-mm.
Everybody know Keem.
I don't even know.
I'm at it. But basically he in real estate and stuff now.
Oh, okay.
And I mean he young. I think he might be your age. But he a realtor in like the RTP area and stuff like that. But he was helping us too. He was helping us at a point in time to try to find homes and stuff like that. And he was trying to give us some advice. But if I'm saying you go to somebody that's knowledgeable and know how they do their job, you'll be
won't be
fine.
that much of
It
a
won't be
process.
that stringent. But
yeah, I need somebody who got some finesse to them.
Ashley scared. You scared?
Nah, it's like, no, I'm gonna need somebody who got some finesse to them only because, like, I don't got time to be answering all these questions.
Right.
So
Nah,
I
it's
need,
a lot. It's
you
a
know,
lot.
somebody who got some finesse to them. They be like, listen, I done did this 1,000 times. I got you. Just don't worry about it. I need that type of stuff.
Then it took you a while just to get your house right because you
Yeah.
went, you was on assignment. They wanted more stuff.
Yeah, it was crazy because like I had like the perfect situation where it could have only taken like 3 weeks to clear for my loan, but my loan officer messed it up, and so it took 7 weeks, and it cost a lot of money. But yeah, I would say talk to. Well, I guess you are self-employed, so I use a lot of my retirement money to put
retirement money,
my 401k.
Yeah,
401k.
Yeah, they'll let you borrow against that.
Yeah, they'll let you borrow against it, but you gotta pay it back, and then you get like, is it like a penalty or something? You gotta pay.
Yeah, I got a penalty for it. But if you're a first time homeowner, I believe you're okay. You don't have to get penalized. This is my second house, so they wouldn't allow me to just withdraw and pay it for a down payment. But I think for first time homeowners, there's no penalty at all.
So how much is your mortgage?
My mortgage, it's kind of expensive. I think it's like $1,500 a month.
And how big is the house? Like I just want to. We can talk about this later. We gotta talk off air.
Yeah, definitely. Let's talk about your other businesses though. You have a steaming business as well. Can you tell us about that?
Yes, like I opened up a wellness bar in Nightdale. We do vaginal steaming, steaming, muscle stimulation, massages, facials, meditation.
All that good stuff.
We just try to focus on wellness. We just like to, like I like to say, we like to kind of nourish the soul by focusing on your body and your mind first. First is your mental. I feel like everything is in your mental.
In your mind. Yep.
If your mind is not right, your body won't be right. Your soul won't be right. So that's why we always incorporate meditation in everything that we do. We try to make it a 3-thing process that connects the mind, body, and the spirit.
Okay. I have so many ideas and thoughts running through my head.
Right. What made you start the steaming business?
Basically focus. What made me start the steaming business, I kind of wanted to dabble into wellness in general. So when I when I left Atlanta, I heard of the vaginal steaming. But of course, in Atlanta, everybody tried to make things a fad rather than really trying to explain the benefits of it. Mm-hmm. It wasn't until I seen my cousin Brittany Valentine explaining the benefits, expressing her,
we loved
idea.
She was here.
Right, idea about it when I actually researched more about steaming. Mm-hmm. And that's when I kind of sort of dabbled into the steaming, did a lot of research about it. Even the doctor, how you say his name, Sebi?
Dr. Sebi, yeah.
Dr. Sebi, he was very much into wellness and natural herbs and stuff like that. So I kind of did my research about it, and that's what made me kind of want to incorporate the vaginal steaming into the wellness bar.
That's what's up. I like it. We went to the grand opening. That junk was beautiful. Like the ambiance, the decor, it was set up really nice. Like I like the wooden stools that you had. It was just nice. Like it was dope. I didn't even know you had the little back room with. That's where y'all do the facials and stuff.
And we do the muscle stimulation there.
Yeah, it was nice. So y'all go check it out. Tell them the address.
The address is 101 F Railroad Street, Nightdale, North Carolina 27545.
And y'all do walk-ins, right?
Yes, we do walk-ins from Tuesday to Saturday.
From
10 a.m. to 7 p.m.
That's what's up.
Maybe y'all should. Have you ever heard of hot yoga?
Well, initially when I wanted to do the wellness bar, yoga was supposed to be incorporated, but the space doesn't fit yoga. Okay. So that's the only reason why we don't do it at the moment. But eventually, when I do get a bigger space, I also want to incorporate I don't want to say a child care facility, but a child care room. Mm-hmm. For moms with kids, because it's hard for, like, we have clients who can't make things because
they got children.
They got children. So I want to, even with me, sometimes I might have to bring my kids to work, and I want to have a room that's like child care facility, like that the kids can go into, watch TV, play,
eat some snacks,
just have fun with while their mom steam or does meditation or does yoga, just something like that.
That'll be dope.
Or even the kids can meditate. Like I'm teaching my 5-year-old how to meditate right now, and sometimes he may sit there and say, "Mommy, let's meditate."
That's what's up. That's what's up. I be trying to do that with my boys too, but my boys, man, they silly. We be 2 minutes into it, and they be giggling and stuff. I'm like, come on now, y'all gotta get in tune now. So it be hard. So
just keep going.
Yeah,
keep going.
But yeah, that's dope. I seen something on Facebook too where they said that I don't know if it's true or not. Look, I just seen it on Facebook. Don't quote me, okay? But I seen where they said that instead of sending kids to child detention, like they're gonna like send them to a room to meditate. I think that's dope.
Yeah.
Like, you feel what I'm saying? I think that'll help way more because I mean it's basically helping them think, helping them clear their mind. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like harsh punishment is not always the answer.
It's not.
So
I do that in the morning. Well, in the morning on the way to take London to school, if too much is going on in the car, I turn on meditation music and I make her take her earbuds out, turn the phone off, all of that, and that's what I play on her way to school. And she think it's weird, but I just don't like all that extraness in the morning. It's too early in the morning for that.
Yeah. That's what I mean. I don't listen to meditation music in the morning, but I either listen to like a motivational speech or I listen to our podcast or someone else's podcast,
Right.
like, just to like, have some inspiration on the way to work. Cause when you go to work, it's a whole different environment and a different vibe and different people, different cultures.
energy.
You gotta be around different energy. So you just gotta get your mind prepared before you go to work. But yeah.
And, a lot of times when I drive around, I don't listen to nothing.
Oh yeah, silence is the best sometimes. Like sometimes, yeah.
Probably 95% of the time when I'm in the car, I don't play no music.
That's what's up. Yeah.
So what advice would you give people that like Bo said, she said her daughter thinks it's stupid, but some adults might not even get it neither,
Right.
and so they might have a problem like just trying to meditate and they don't know how to meditate. So like, what advice would you give?
They crack
someone?
jokes. They do that what you call it? That Tina Turner thing. That yum your head.
Yeah,
Play.
yeah, nom your head, something like that. Yeah,
That's not a meditation. That's a chant.
Yeah, that's a chant, but that's a part of meditating.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, chants are a part of meditation. That's even when you want to do the chakra meditation. They ask you to chant. You chant things.
Okay.
For adults, I don't really have no advice to give an adult who find things to be like funny. I don't know.
Or what if they want to try it out and they want to meditate, but they just don't know if they're doing it right.
Oh yeah, that I would definitely say if you don't know if you're doing it right. Right now we live in a very social media world where a lot of things is prevalent, or I'm gonna just say computer in general. Google, YouTube.
Right, YouTube it.
YouTube it.
Yeah, I think like for adults, like, some people just stuck in their ways. Just like when Brittany was on, she was saying that a lot of women be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna come in steam, and they'll come do it once, or they'll share it with their friends, but they won't come do it because they're like, oh, I don't know what this steaming business is about. But it's like, I mean, you can do your own research at home. Like, you understand, like, do it. Like, me personally, like, I don't see nothing wrong with trying something. Try it, see if you like it. If you don't like it, then don't do it. It's not for you.
Right.
But I think some adults, like, they just so stuck in their ways and they not open minded. Like, I feel like in order to grow, in order to like experience new things, I feel like you have to be uncomfortable. You have to be in an uncomfortable state to basically elevate to the next level. If you're gonna be content the way you are, you like this routine, doing things that you do on a day to day, then you're just gonna be stagnant and stuck in your way.
That's absolutely true, and that's why I said I don't have no advice for somebody like that because there's nothing that I can tell you that's going to make you want to do it.
I think you missed the question. It was like basically they want to try it, but they don't know if they like what to do.
Right.
Still, YouTube has like the most meditation stuff on there ever.
That's where I get most of my meditation music from. From that we play in the spas from YouTube.
I love it. Sometimes I go to sleep with that on my audio diffuser.
But that means you're at peace.
Right.
When you sleep better when you're at peace. So that's a good thing. That means it's working. It's calming you down. Your mind is at rest. You're able to sleep.
Right. Yeah, I love it. So with all of these businesses you have going on, like I know you have a family, you have 2 boys. You're in a relationship. Does your man, does he support you? Does he support your dreams, your aspirations, and how is it juggling everything with a family and being a businesswoman?
Having a family and being a businesswoman, I need my own services a lot. But I feel like my job, I feel like right now my job is to do what I've been put on this earth to do is what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what keeps me motivated. I feel like I'm a natural nurturer. I don't want to say like I'm a healer, like I'm Jesus or something, but I feel like that's what I'm here to do.
Right.
I'm here to care for people. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm best at doing.
Mm-hmm.
Provide a service.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what I'm best at doing, providing a service that everyone needs. So, my boyfriend Drew, he's very supportive, especially of the wellness bar. Has been times where I just, was probably going crazy, and he would, tell me how proud he is of me, and that meant a lot. That made me want to keep going.
Mm-hmm.
My boys, they're too young to really understand what's going on at the moment,
mm-hmm.
and they miss mommy a lot. But it feels good to be able to do what I'm doing,
right?
Especially because the color of my skin. Like this is what I do is nothing new. A lot of people get it.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of different cultures get it. The only culture that don't is the Black American one.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I definitely wanted to create a spa. Like I didn't want to just set up a room with stools
mm-hmm.
to say, "Hey, come steam." I wanted to set up a spa-like environment that invites anyone and everyone, but especially Black and brown people.
That's right, and we need more of that in this community. We had Dion Mitchell, my homegirl from school. She was on, and we was featured in her magazine, and she was asking us like, how do we feel about women empowerment, and like what are we gonna do to help with women empowerment? And my thing was like, I love seeing women thrive. I love seeing women entrepreneurs, women teachers, evangelists, whatever. Like I'm here for it, but I just feel like it's not an issue for me because I feel like the type of person I am, I'm going to support you regardless. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's good to see more Black women like opening up businesses. Like, Bo, she got her online boutique. Chan got her photo booth business. Like Christelle, you a cosmetologist. Like, you feel what I'm saying? So it's dope to have these businesses and to be surrounded around like so many motivated, driven women that are Black.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I feel like growing up, like I feel like I don't want to say I didn't see color because I mean, granted, I grew up in the projects, so I was around people that looked like me, but I didn't know it was a world outside of that. I didn't know, like I didn't really know, like so it's dope to see it, and I love it. Keep going, like. It's just dope to have women entrepreneurs. I love it.
Right. It is.
So, as far as like relationships and family and stuff like that, do you have like a lot of support from like your close family members and siblings?
Thankfully I do have very supportive family members. My grandmother, she comes and steams herself. Like she comes up there and she steams. So it's like and it works for her,
Mm-hmm.
So I think I have very supportive family members. I think that's one thing about my family that I am grateful of is that my family are supportive people.
That's important.
That's pretty much yeah. Like my brothers, they're very supportive. Like I said, my brother he steams with his fiance.
I saw the pictures of
them
together.
So I'm just grateful that but that's how my family is though. Like they just like regardless of what, they got each other back. We got each other back. I mean, y'all.
I know you're related, but I'm just saying, like, it's different. I feel like it's different calibers because it's like, we have our immediate family, and then we have
our cousins,
like our cousins and stuff like that. So, but that's what's up though. Like, I feel like as far as our family, I feel like we do support each other. Like, just like when. Sweetie, I don't want to call him on air Sweetie, but too late. Like when he was doing the breaking books.
We all came together. Yeah, I was like 14 years old.
Dancing. Backup dancers and stuff.
Backup dancers. Yeah, that's just how my family has always been. Like even...
I just remember one of the songs that Ashley did. The Vroom song.
Which one?
Like Vroom.
Slow down. Boy, you moving too fast. All my money you can see on that cash. Not even Brittany. Which one you did.
The new come through.
Great rules.
Yeah.
Wait, I can't even remember the lyrics, but yeah, that song was funny.
That's funny. That just made me cry.
Yeah, so I mean that's just how we always been. Like our family has like a lot of talent, a lot of goals, ambition, and I think when they see one person striving, everybody tag along.
Everybody
like,
jump on board.
We gotta keep this thing going.
So what about the people that don't have those support? You know, there's people out there that, you know, don't have the family support.
Because it's just as much as supportive my family is, that don't mean that I don't need more
support.
Right. Because my family is only 10 people. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Quote unquote.
Right.
So it's like, just don't depend on it, because a lot of your support is going to come from strangers. Like even on social media, when I advertise on social media, like I would think that a lot of people that I know, I went to high school and I did my first 2 years of college here. I would think that a lot of people that I know will come and support me, and it's not them.
Or at least share your posts.
It's not them.
And they do it more when they see other people. Because I can post the same thing 10 times, and until they see somebody else, they're like, oh, I need that.
Yep.
Sold out. Yep. Sorry, I'm sold out.
That's exactly what it is. They'll jump. Well, I'm going to say, especially here, the culture in New York was different. The culture in Atlanta was different. People in Atlanta would jump on something because that's just something to do.
Right.
So that can be good or that can be bad. Same thing kind of with New York. It's a popularity contest. If you popular, you kind of good. Out here, you could be popular. You could have the next big thing. You could have everything. Unless what you're doing is solidified by a celebrity or celebrity-like thing.
Yeah.
They're not.
It's a struggle.
That's the thing that sucks.
Unless you get white clientele.
Yeah, that's the thing that sucks, because like even like artists, there's a lot of dope artists in North Carolina too, and I just feel like they just get overlooked.
They do.
It's sad, but
they do. And I was just saying that, and I just made a status about that the other day, and I was just like, what's the culture here in Raleigh? Because y'all don't stand behind nothing or nobody.
There's so much talent here, it's sad.
It is, but you know what though? I work in Durham, so I go out to eat like lunch and stuff there, but it's like Durham is so freaking cultural. It kind of reminds me of New York a little bit.
Durham is cultural.
It's very cultural. It's like a different vibe than Raleigh.
Yeah, they have the Black Wall Street there every year. And they actually have a street that's considered a Black Wall Street. I forgot the name of it. I think it's like Fairmont Street, where a lot of Black businesses were on that one street. Even MF Bank is a Black-owned bank.
Have you ever thought about like going to Durham and like maybe handing out some flyers for your wellness business?
Yeah. I mean, I want to go everywhere. You know, the only thing about working for yourself is that
you got to be there.
Yeah, your time is limited. But eventually I will. Like we went to we try to reserve Sundays as days that, you know, we are open to clients on Sundays, but we're not open
appointments.
Right, it's only appointments only. So on those days, we try to use those days to kind of connect with the people and let them know that we're there. Like last week, we went to the Mind, Body, and Spirit Expo at the fairgrounds, and we actually reached a lot of people, you know, just handing out flyers, and a lot of women was just like, oh, great, I didn't know y'all were there. That's kind of our crowd, you know what I'm saying? So that was a good thing to do. Eventually, we will get down to Durham. I mean, I paid to boost my posts on Facebook, social media.
That's what you do that too, right?
To kind of let people know that we're here.
Yeah, you know, it would be dope. It would be dope if we could come together and do like a little women's brunch, and then you can showcase and you can give a little like presentation on your business, and then we can talk about the podcast. And maybe we can like have another like female entrepreneur come on, and like that can like we can come together collectively,
right,
and do something. I think that'd be dope.
Let's do it.
We should do it.
Let's set it up.
We should do it. Yeah.
We gotta do it.
Yeah. Because it's just like, you know, when you talking and then it's like, dang, a light bulb just went on.
Right.
Like, yo, that's dope. Like, and then your boutique and then your photo booth business. You can hand out your hairstyle.
Do like a pop-up shop,
right?
Steaming, and then your photo booth business. So what is it like? We take pictures and stuff?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, okay. It's a photo booth when you do the thing.
Yeah.
Okay. I need some of those though, because after I steam for my clients, I want them to kind of take a picture in the front, but I want to have like a Isis Wellness Bar one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
See, look, linking up.
Networking. Okay,
That's what's
Ashley,
up.
would you change anything if you have to do it all over again?
Nope.
Like from school? No,
Absolutely not.
Because you
Nope.
wouldn't be here today.
I'm thorough.
Right.
Thorough. Nah.
Did you ever think about? Well, I know in high school and stuff when you was in New York, you was popular anyway. But did you think that you would be in this position and be this far?
The only thing I thought about myself is I would probably be married by now. But that's it.
That's coming.
But that's probably it. Well, you know what? I didn't think I would have 2 kids. But I wouldn't change nothing. I think the only thing, like I said, the only thing that I probably haven't been through was getting shot.
Yeah.
Yo, that's crazy. That's crazy because we know people from back where we from, like that basically got a couple of bullets.
Yeah.
They survived, thank God. But it's just like,
and even
they're
living in
females.
yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
So it's like that's
It's
the
crazy.
only thing I probably have not been through was actually getting shot. But
I mean, because where we come from is rough, man. A lot of people don't make it out. A lot of people don't make it to their 25. A lot of people don't make. They don't have kids. They don't get to finish their high school diploma, go to
everything.
college, like none of that.
Wow.
So I think we was like, when we moved here in 2004, right?
2004.
We all moved down here together. My mother, her grandmother packed up the van.
16-seat van.
Yeah.
And one moving truck.
Yep. And we moved like.
And I think that's the only thing that probably saved us. Because it started to get crazy in New York. I remember like in high school, 6th grade, I was in the Alps. That's when like I was fighting a lot. 7th grade, fighting a lot. They wound up kicking me out of the Alps. It's like a magnet program. They tried to put me in special ed. But see, the thing about New York special ed is for behavior. It's kids with behavior issues.
And it's like that here. But people
think it's
special.
special.
Yeah.
So they try to put me in special ed, but it's kids with behavior issues that it kind of messes with the way they can learn. They're so bad that they don't want to learn. So that's special ed in New York. But my grades were too good to actually be in special ed. They just like, she just be fighting. So they put me in regular 180. It's just weird to say that, regular 180.
They wanted to put her in there, and her grades are too good. So they can't put her in there.
Oh, they did that to your daughter too?
Yeah, right now.
Oh, wow. But that's my same exact story. And it's crazy because I feel like I have so many stories to connect to so many girls.
Right.
Like, that's crazy that you said that because your daughter is going through the same thing. My grades were too good. I went down to the regular school, which was downstairs, which on the 1st and 2nd floor, and I got expelled out of there for fighting. And then they tried to put me in an alternative school. My grandmother was like, absolutely not. She's not taking a train and she's not taking a bus by herself because it was like Rockaway Boulevard and we lived in Far Rockaway, so it's hard to explain. But my grandmother did not want me to go to that school, so I was out of school for like a whole month and a half before we moved to North Carolina.
3 months here. London was out for 3 months.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You can call me, real. Like, you can call me.
I took her out for 3 months because they weren't helping her. And I wouldn't put her back in until they agreed to help her.
That's crazy.
Wow. Yeah, like if you ever need like someone to just sit down with your daughter, like, because one thing is kids don't know how to, not trying to say like as parents, the hardest thing is trying to connect with our parents sometimes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But it might be easier to try to connect with somebody who kind of been
through what you've been
through. Going through. Mm-hmm. So if you ever need, you know what I'm saying? Like if you ever want somebody to talk to your daughter, like I'll talk to her. Like I'm here, you know what I'm saying? 100% completely because I've been through that.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, we was moving to North Carolina. I came here. They was trying to keep me back a grade. But again, my grades were too low. So they had to let me do 8th grade.
So wasn't at some point you going to school to be a lawyer?
Yeah, I got my degree in political science. I worked at 2 law firms, one here in Raleigh, one in Georgia. When I came back to Raleigh, I was trying to I took my LSAT. I scored okay. I didn't score. I scored well enough to get into Central. Mm-hmm. But then I started going through legal issues. And at the time, I didn't want to apply for law school because you can apply for law school, but you won't be able to get your JD if you have certain charges. Mm-hmm. So that's why I never applied for law school. So at the time, I mean, when they clear up completely, because they're going to get expunged,
She's short.
No, they're gonna get expunged because that's what I'm on. Like I'm on a program where they get expunged
I'm
after
doing
I
that right now
finish.
too.
And then, and then when it gets expunged, then I
You
will
gonna pursue that?
Yeah, I'm gonna pursue.
I think you
Should.
should. Did you see that story with this lady? She was a single black parent. She had 4 kids and she passed her bar exam. Did you see that?
Yeah, I seen that.
I was like, yo, that is a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
I
She was
also
on
seen the
Steve
story
Harvey.
about a man who did jail time and he became a lawyer.
Wow,
That's
what's
what my
up.
friend about to do right now.
Yep.
He starts in August. He waiting for his expungement.
That's crazy.
Yep.
That's what I'm saying. Like, whatever you go through in life, whatever challenges you have, whatever like you feel like you defeated, like you have forever to get it right.
Right.
Like, you feel what I'm
You're not
saying?
alone.
Like,
You're
you
not
like,
alone.
you feel what I'm
You
saying?
have other
Like,
people
you could
going through the same thing.
reinvent the wheel to your life every single day. Like,
Yeah.
so anybody going through stuff, like, just keep your head up, keep it pushing.
Yeah, just keep
Like
going.
we need to get
Yeah.
London and Ashley together so they could hang out and have
Like a
conversation.
mentor program. Like when I was in high school, I had a mentor, and I wanted a mentor because I didn't have no sisters. Like all I had was brothers. And it's funny because one of the sisters, my mentor sister, is my Facebook friend, and I just wanted somebody who I can connect with that wasn't specifically like my brothers or my family. And I enjoyed her. Her name was Kelly, and I love Kelly. She was my mentor, and I got her because my little brother needed one. And then I was like, well, Grandma, I want a mentor. Yeah.
For real, don't exclude me.
Yeah,
you the only
exclude me. And I was the
girl.
only girl,
She the
right.
only girl too. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I kind of wish I had an older sister too. Even though I know I'm the oldest, but I wish I had that too. But then I since I was the oldest and I like basically co-parented with my mom when I was like 8 and 9 years old, I just had these motherly instincts and people would just always come to me for advice and stuff. So when I went to school, when I was in college, we started this program called the B2 Biology Mentor Group, and I had like 3 mentees. I had 2 girls and I had 1 guy. His name was Marquise. That's funny because
Like
he
your
named my little
brother.
brother, but he was so freaking smart. He was so intelligent, but he just didn't want to get up and go to class because he had 8 o'clock class. He just didn't want to go to class.
Wow.
I'm like, bro, you have to change your way of thinking. But he was so smart, but his attendance and not showing up, that basically like made him flunk the class. But I really wish that we had like more of that, like more mentorship and stuff. I wish I had a mentor growing up. Like I really did. Like because I feel like even in the workforce, like believe it or not, like right now what I'm doing, I work in a quality operations lab. And like I feel like you need mentors at work too because you need somebody to basically show you
I need a mentor.
to show you the ways around, like how to like connect with certain people. Like you know what I'm saying? I work in a laboratory right now, but it's like I don't always want to work in a laboratory. I want to get my feet wet in something else. Like what else is out there? I don't really know because that's all I worked in was in the lab. So I feel like it's always good to have somebody else to talk to reach out to and stuff like that. So yeah, that's dope.
It is good. It is good.
So we want to like switch gears a little bit. So y'all, everybody been talking about this Jordan and Tristan Thompson situation. Did y'all watch the Red Table Talk?
I did.
I did.
So what are y'all thoughts on that? How do y'all feel?
I don't care.
I feel like it's a publicity stunt for real because
You think so?
it's like, like that's like her sister, and why would you even be caught up in a situation like that when you already know his past is messy? And I just feel like it's all just a publicity stunt. Even the Red Table Talk, like because I mean it's all orchestrated because
Don't bring
for
Jada
ratings.
into this. I love Jada.
I love her too. I love their family. I love the Red Table. But that was my first Red Table Talk watching, and I really wanted to watch Red Table Talks, but that one was, I had to see that one.
I don't know. I just feel like I don't feel like it's a publicity stunt. I just feel like you are who you hang around with. How y'all gonna be mad when all this girl seen was y'all do this for that many years? You think it couldn't happen to you?
True.
And you done it to your own sisters. You and your sisters share men.
So it's just like it is what it is. Like I think Jordan is stupid. Like you're stupid because now you bit the hand that fed you. But then it's like Khloe, Kardashian girls. I mean, I don't really care for them either way. I don't like the Kardashians.
I don't either.
But it's just like, why y'all so surprised? Why y'all trying to slander her? All your friends did it. All y'all do it.
Yeah, that's how I feel. I watched it and I mean, I feel bad. Me personally, I feel bad for the Jordan girl because I feel like, she's a young black girl and she's up against the Kardashians.
Yeah, the Kardashians.
And I feel like
the Kardashians, the
like,
KKK.
you feel what I'm saying? So
basically,
I feel like they basically, I feel like they did her dirty a little bit, like slandering her online and stuff like that. And I honestly feel like, I don't feel like it was a publicity stunt because I feel like stuff like that really happens. And I feel like with his past and him cheating on Khloe before, like, I feel like, sis, like, this shouldn't be nothing that's surprising to you. I think Khloe probably more hurt because it would happen with somebody, like, because it was like her little sister. But I feel like the Jordan girl, she young, she was out partying. I mean, like, she shouldn't have been there. She was probably at the wrong place at the wrong time.
She should have never been there, and she shouldn't have put her legs on Tristan.
Yeah,
like, she was inviting stuff. She was inviting. You know what I'm saying?
Like, and she tried to make. She said that it was nothing like that. They never left the crowd. They was in front of people the whole time. They was drinking and stuff like that. But like, men, like, they take things and run with it. Like, you can't give a man a little inkling of anything because he's gonna think something more.
Especially a man like that.
Right.
But did y'all see the makeup artist who said, yeah, right, Jordan, everybody know that you've been effing Tristan Thompson for some time.
I don't believe nothing Jeffree Star says.
Oh, okay.
He's a racist.
Oh, okay.
I don't believe nothing come out his mouth.
Oh, okay.
He wants to be a female so bad.
All right.
Really?
Yeah,
I don't know his background, so I just
know he do Kim Kardashian makeup.
Exactly. I don't believe nothing come out his mouth.
Oh, okay. So he do Kim Kardashian makeup. Okay, so that could be something that they trying to put in his ear to say.
And then the Jada thing on Red Table Talk. Apparently, like, Jordan knew Kylie through Jaden. Like, they all grew up together, and like Jordan's dad was like, he worked on the set of Fresh Prince.
Yeah.
So they basically family. So Jada said, I'm gonna bring her on here so she could tell her truth and speak about it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think that, I low key feel bad for the little girl because I feel like she's young and she probably didn't know what she was up against, and I just feel bad.
She getting attacked by the KKK.
That's why I feel bad.
They use black people as a storyline all the time.
Yeah.
And I don't know why she thought she was going to be exempt.
Right.
They just haven't gotten Malika yet. But Malika's is coming.
Oh, hers already came out. Malika already came out with some stuff because of the fact of, remember Chinks from Rockaway?
He was messing with.
She was messing with Chinks, and
he got a wife.
Yeah, he got a wife.
But there was another guy that she recorded with on the show that she was dealing with. So, I mean, but hers wasn't to the point where the Kardashians was bashing her. They were backing her. You know?
Yeah.
They used Lamar. They used Jordan. They're using Kanye. They're gonna use Malika. I'm just waiting on.
It's coming.
Yeah, it's coming. She gonna mess up. China,
Lauren London.
Yeah,
Lauren London.
Yeah, Trey Songz.
With Trey Songz and
forgot
Khloe.
about her.
Yeah,
I didn't hear about that.
Yeah.
I love
Oh wow, so maybe it is a trend.
It is.
Yes,
They
it's a trend
befriend
with
black
them.
women.
Don't forget Ray J. That's how they got on.
Wow.
Don't forget Ray J. Don't forget the glove. What's his name again?
O.J. Simpson.
O.J. Simpson supposed to be Kobe's daddy.
You know what? But somebody was like, everybody should be mad at OJ because if OJ had never screwed Kris Jenner, then none of this would ever be happening. Forget the Ray J tape. There would be no Kardashians if OJ would not have messed with Kris Jenner.
And wasn't that his best friend's wife?
Yeah.
That's Trife.
But it's just in the blood then.
Yeah.
I guess so.
It's just in their blood. The KKK.
But I feel bad for Khloe too because I feel like she's still a woman. Like no woman should have to go through that. But I mean she's
from Jordan and lost him to Jordan.
Ooh.
Yeah.
But she should know. I feel like Khloe should know what she's up against because she's been through this with her man before. So she should know what she's up against. And I feel like she should have handled it a little bit more with class. And she's older than Jordan and she treats her like a little sister. They should have had a conversation privately. She shouldn't have bashed her on Twitter. She shouldn't have done none of that. Like, I feel like it was really untasteful the way Khloe handled it.
That's why it's a whole publicity.
She just wants the world to be
people can watch their show.
Yeah.
I mean,
they always do something right before the season starts, and it starts this month.
Oh, I don't even watch it.
I used to, but I don't keep up with it. I don't watch it. I see little clips on YouTube.
I mean, he's not called third trimester Tristan for nothing.
Oh Lord.
Third
trimester.
Having girls pregnant and stuff like that.
He left Jordan in her third trimester.
What?
Oh, that's his baby. That's his baby. His other baby mother.
Yeah,
oh, okay.
He cheated on Khloe in her third trimester.
Yeah, because I was wondering. I was seeing on his Instagram, his son looked like he's about maybe 1 or 2. He might be 2 or 3 or something like that. But they baby's true is what, coming up on 1, so they ain't that far apart.
No.
Yikes.
Wow. Okay, well, this question was Tiffany. What's her Instagram name?
$1 billion baby.
She the $1 billion baby. She wanted us to talk about this. So yeah, Tiffany, there was your little.
Yeah, so Tiff basically said to don't feel bad, Jordan. She said don't feel bad, and to basically, she said Kim Kardashian needs to mind her business, throwing shade, and Malika, this is why we the people don't feel bad at all for Chloe Simpson. And there were some memes earlier too, like, about like Kim Kardashian messing with the game and then Chloe's messing with the game. I don't know. I don't really know how this is all alleged. I don't really know how true it is, but
it's true. That's true too.
Or even how cool she is with her older sister husband, the white one, Scott. Yeah, like it's they just weird. So weird. Yeah. Like.
I mean, so of course Jordan saw it and she thought it was cool because based off the Red Table Talk, it sounded like it just got misconstrued. Like somebody went back and sold it to the media and then they just
they said that she was giving him a lap dance and all of this, and she was like that wasn't the case. They was sitting on the couch. She was sitting on the arm of the couch and he was sitting on the couch. It just got misconstrued,
I don't know what to believe. Either way, she wrong for putting herself in that situation.
Yeah, and she admitted that. She admitted that she was wrong for that. And I feel like she's a beautiful girl. And don't beat yourself up. Like, what I'm saying? The media and everybody else doing that enough to you. Don't beat yourself up. It's okay. You made a mistake. Move on.
Right.
Get your coins another way. You could be a brand ambassador of your own brand.
She is, though.
But yeah, I heard she come from money.
She has her own multiple businesses. So people trying to make it look like she ain't got nothing.
She good.
She was doing her own thing or whatever. But I mean, the thing is, Tristan don't want to be with her.
Is that what it is? Like, did he say that?
The memes. Like, they're like free Tristan Thompson. Like, you keep doing this stuff. He don't want to be, he don't care.
Right.
Like, how many times somebody got to show you they don't care before you believe them?
I mean, and he's real young too, so he probably
is he real young? And he don't look real young.
Hitting a Kardashian was a fad to these men.
He got what he needed.
And then once they got it,
all
right, that was easy. I got a Kardashian. All right, next, who's next on the list? The Kardashian friend.
Like, that sucks. But then again, like, the thing that I don't like is the fact that, like, women look, oh, he's a black basketball star and stuff like that, and then women think that, oh, all NBA black men are like that, and I don't think that's the case.
No. I don't think I'm all.
I don't think they all like that.
I mean, they don't even got to be NBA men to be like that.
Right. It could be regular men. But I'm just saying, like, since they in the spotlight and, like, who he with and who he doing it with, they're like, oh, well, you should know he was going to cheat. He in the NBA. He play ball. But that's not necessarily the case. So, I just don't, I don't like that neither, like, shedding that negativity on a black man because old black man ain't like that. Right. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I just feel bad for Kanye. Like, he wants him so bad. And I look at him.
That's what he get for wanting it so bad. Yeah. You shouldn't want nothing that bad, but Jesus.
Yeah, right. I mean, I think he probably did. I mean, he it was a cry for help when he posted a picture of him and Lamar. He said he missed the old days and all that. I feel real bad.
I don't feel bad for Kanye.
He's having he has a mental breakdown. Like, he has mental issues, and I feel like it stems from not getting over the death of his mama. Right. I don't think he properly mourned her.
Yeah, I don't think anyone ever mourns properly. Right.
But then he should have found a better wife.
Yeah.
I'm really disappointed in his choice. He let me down.
He was so woke. He used to be so woke before.
He brought the movement.
Now he sleep.
now he knocked out.
He got narcolepsy.
Anyways, Ashley, do you have any questions for us today?
I just have one question because I had seen an interesting post that I didn't want to comment on because I'm trying not to be, all over the internet like that now that I got a wellness bar. But it was, do you think married people should hang out with single people?
That's a good one. Me and my best friend was just talking about that. So,
I say no.
I don't say no. I don't say no because... Go ahead. I'll let you go first.
Okay. I said no. Right, I did too. Me and Keith actually just talked about this. I said no because their mind is not in the same place. Like, it's not. It just isn't.
I disagree because I feel like me personally, hanging with both, there's some married people that I don't need to be around because they're worse than the single people. So you would think I'm hanging around this married person, they'll be a good influence, they'll give me good advice or whatever, and they don't. A lot of times it'd be the single people or whatever that's giving me the better advice or giving me the better help. So like some people look at it as a single person can be a bad influence on a married person. I think it's the other way around. Sometimes, yeah.
I mean, I guess it kind of with experience too, you know.
Right. I mean, I feel like this. I mean, me and my husband been married for going on 6 years now, and I'm not gonna lie, I used to feel away when he used to want to hang around his boys that's not married. But then I had to think, I'm like, yo, Britt, like, you know, y'all wasn't always married. Like, you know, these are people that he grew up with. Like, you gotta relax and chill. Because I have a lot of friends that are not married. Right. I got maybe, 2 friends, like my best friend, and I got a friend from college that are married. Like, you know, and I said that to my college friend. I'm like, yo, we need to go, like, on a marriage couples retreat or something like that to try to, like, you know, get together more and maybe we can, like, you know, give each other like some advice or whatever the case is within our marriage. But like Bolivia said, I feel like sometimes married people ain't got no damn sense. I think sometimes, like, you know, it could be the other way around. Like, how they say, like, you know, oh, he's single, he don't got that right mind. Like, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of people, they be single, but they still be in relationships.
Yeah, so I'm not counting relationships.
Okay.
Like, I'm just saying, like, just somebody who's completely single.
Oh, completely single. Right. Oh,
yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't want to limit myself like to people, because just because this person is single and not in a relationship or whatever case, that don't mean that they can't give me some good advice or keep me company or whatever the case is.
Well,
like, you know, like,
not necessarily advice. I'm like, for instance, I have a single friend, right? Mm-hmm. And she's a really close friend of mine. And sometimes, and like I said, I didn't comment on the status because I just didn't want to go there. But sometimes I feel like certain places I don't need to go with her because I'm in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? And she might act as a single woman. She's inviting. You know, she doesn't have a man. So I don't want to kind of stop her flow if men do approach her. But then I don't also want to jeopardize my relationship from being in that type of predicament.
I mean, I feel like that's just like when I went to Miami for my birthday. I went with another girl who was married, but one girl was single. But like, I mean, you know, guys gonna look, they're gonna try to holler, but you know your boundaries. Like, be respectful, be a woman. Like, listen, I'm not interested, I'm married. Like, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes dudes don't even care. Yeah. Like, this one dude, he was real out of pocket. Like, I'm like, I'm married. He's like, oh, word, your husband could come too. He was on some stuff like that. Like, yeah, he was like, yeah, I'm gonna take you on a date. Your husband could come too. Type jump.
Look, I'm just like STD.
I'm just like, yo, dudes sometimes they don't care, but I feel like that person, your friend, that's the single one, whatever the case is, I feel like if y'all that close and y'all cool like that, I feel like she wouldn't put you in no predicament or try to invite you. She like come to the club, or if it's gonna be like, I don't know.
Now what about with men? Because men don't think the same.
They don't think the same. They don't. And me and
especially single men.
Single men, yeah, they don't. Oh, people that's single, not technically married, but still in relationships, they still don't think like that.
Right.
Like, you feel what I'm saying? Because there's been times when me and my husband went back and forth. I'm like, yo, that's inappropriate. Like, you can't do and move how this person moves because they're not married. Like, you got to come home to a family and kids. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I don't know. I can't speak from a God point of view. But
I just want to weigh in. I don't think it's a problem with you and your friend hanging out. Like I agree with everything that's been said. Like, there are limits, there are boundaries. So your single friend shouldn't ask you to go to the club with her every night. But at the same time, I don't think it's a problem for you to go to the club at least like once a month, or like, you know, every
and
now
it kind of like depend on how long they've known each other.
Yeah, it depends on that. But at the same time, if that's your friend, you know.
I don't think the length of time matters. It's the amount of respect.
Yeah,
like I wouldn't invite
choose the people.
I wouldn't invite my married friend to go to a place where, let's say, I know I'm gonna get loose, I'm gonna get drunk or whatever. I'm not gonna invite her because I don't want to put her in a position where she might have to tell dudes to leave me alone. XYZ. They might be pushing up on her, and I'm not paying attention to what's going on. I feel like I'm putting her in a bad position knowing she's married. I might invite her to go somewhere to hear some spoken word poetry. married or something like that. Right. Whereas my single friend, I'm like, come on, girl, let's go.
It's
you
gonna
know,
be niggas there.
If you're in a situation where it's different, it's opposite, then you shouldn't be friend with that friend.
Right.
Like you shouldn't be.
I don't want to take it to that extreme.
Well, you just gotta pick and choose when they're not out with that friend.
If they don't respect you, then you shouldn't be. You know,
I don't want to say you shouldn't be friends with them. I just feel like it should be an understanding. Like y'all should talk. Like, listen, you know my situation. You know I'm in a relationship, girl. We can hang out, do this and this and that. But you know I'm not gonna do this and that. Like, you know what I'm
but
saying?
if she don't respect it,
if she don't respect it, then that's a different story. But like, I mean,
I feel like there's a lot that married people could learn or experience from having a single friend. Just because I feel like I'm not married, I'm not in a relationship, so you know, a lot of people tolerate a lot of stuff just to be in that relationship. Whereas a single person might be able to give that advice of, you know, put your health, your happiness first. Not saying that you need to leave your man, but maybe think of ways to make yourself happy in that situation.
I mean, I'm not married. And I don't want to be married unless I knew for sure, like, I was going to stay married. Mm-hmm. But I don't feel like if you're in a marriage, I don't feel like you should have that type of attitude. Like, of course, a single person will be like, hey, girl, put yourself first. But that's not what a marriage is. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's not what it is at all. You need to put your partner first. Okay. And I think that's how you happily stay married, when you know how to sacrifice. Because if your partner happy, they can reciprocate that. I'm not telling you to let people drain you, but I feel like once you can reciprocate that energy, then y'all would be happily married. And I don't think married people should take advice from so many people. I think we need to find an older, wise couple and learn
sometimes you can't even talk to them.
No.
Roscoe had Mary Jane down the street and they had 3 kids and Beth knew about it and she was cool.
Like, I'm gonna have to like go back on that because like older people, like some older people that I know that been married for years and years and years, they endure a lot of BS and like that's some stuff that I would not tolerate in my marriage. Like I don't know, like it just depends. Like me personally, I'm based off the individual and the person. Like, I'm not like, oh, they've been married for 60 plus years. I mean, that's nice and that's beautiful, but it's like, I know that 60 plus years, they probably went through hell and back. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, they probably did. They probably didn't, but like.
But they knew how to withstand it.
Yeah,
now, I'm not saying, no, all I'm saying is that it's some deal breakers that, you know, if it's not for you, don't do it. Like, for me, cheating would be, I'm not going to say cheating, because I can't tell you if my husband cheated on me. If he was my husband, if I would leave.
If you would leave,
right?
I
you know
feel
what
the same way.
I feel like I would have to cross that bridge when I got there.
When you got there, yep.
But I'm not saying that there's not deal breakers. But what I'm saying is a marriage is hell and back. A relationship is. It's times when I don't even feel like I'm in love. You know what I'm saying? I have to be reminded, oh, well, this is the reason why I fell in love with this person.
Reassurance.
So that's what I'm saying, an older person who was married for 60 years, because they know how to withstand everything that we're going to go through in a relationship. That's the only reason why I say an older couple that's wise.
Yeah, you know? Wise older couple. Yeah, I feel you. I mean, I just don't like limiting myself, but I would prefer to hang around married couples. Yeah. Of course, I would prefer that, but I'm not against hanging out with, like, you know, if I have single friends, like I have single friends, I'm not against hanging out with them, but I think that like we got that mutual understanding and they know like, oh girl, like, is it okay if we do this and this and that, and then you got the boys and this and that, like they understanding. Like,
but I think women are like that. I don't think a lot of men
are like that.
Are not like that.
Yeah, I don't think men care. But like, you know, we had men guests on here. We had men guests. I think we had men guests on here, and they agree that they don't have the mental capacity as women do.
They call themselves dumb.
Yeah, like they admitted that. They said we don't have the mental capacity. We don't think as far as y'all do. Like, we don't think like that. Like, so you're right. They don't think like that at all.
Right. I think that like in my relationship, I think my boyfriend, he's just now getting that part, and I feel like he's gravitating more towards like my married family members. I think he gravitates a lot towards his friends that are in relationships, and he kind of like mentally I can see that he's growing a lot as a man, and he knows like, well, you know, I can't jeopardize my family
what I have,
for just a night of fun.
Right.
So that's what I wanted to comment on the post, but I was like, I ain't gonna comment.
Yeah. We could comment. We could comment on it. But that's like, I mean, even like with me and my husband being married, like he went with my uncle to Vegas and stuff like that. I think it is still important, even though that you're in a marriage, to still do your own thing.
Right.
Because you don't want to lose yourself within your marriage. You want to still have your own identity. And like how you say, you know, you put your partner first. Some days on some real, like, I want to put myself first because I do a lot. I'm a working mom. Like, you know, I take care of my children. I take care of my spouse's needs. And sometimes I want to be selfish. Sometimes I just be like, listen, I'm not cooking tonight. Y'all can order pizza. I'm going to do me, you know, like
I mean,
you feel what I'm saying?
I mean, that's your individuality, of course. Well, just as a marriage in a whole, you just can't think about you and you only.
Oh, yeah, no, absolutely not. You definitely have to think strategic. And like, we was talking about that on the GOAT Trail. When I was talking about the social media, I was like, how dudes, like, people post stuff for likes, but it's like, if I see something appeasing to the eye, I'm not gonna like it because I know my husband will feel away about that.
Right.
So I'm not gonna like it. Like, you feel what I'm saying? So yeah, so you have to think like about your spouse and your spouse's needs and what they would think about it, because you wouldn't want your boyfriend to be liking half booty pictures and girls with they have titty out, like that's
don't even like a girl picture. I don't care if she got clothes on. Ain't your mother or your sisters.
What if she a nun?
But I feel you. I mean, like, to answer your question though, like, I mean, I'm not really against it, but like I said, like, if I hang out with single people, it's based on the individual. And I feel like the single people that I hang around, they will respect me. They know my marriage. They know how passionate I am about my family. They wouldn't try to put me in no position or be like, oh girl, or try to hold it against me or anything like that. But I'm open to chilling with married couples, single couples, but I prefer to hang around more married couples. But the thing is, like, I don't have a lot of married couple friends and stuff like that. Like, you feel what I'm saying? So it would be dope. Like, you know what I'm saying? If I could. But that's why I wanted to do like a couples retreat next year, because I've been watching Marriage Boot Camp, the hip hop edition. Tammy, Soulja Boy, you know. I be watching that junk every week. I'm like, that would be dope to get like you know, 5 married couples in the house and do these drills and stuff like that. I would want to know, like, you know, I wouldn't want to know the outcome.
So you want to do a marriage boot camp?
Go to the mountains and do it. I've seen my cousin and her friends, they get together every year and the couples go to the mountains and do stuff. Yeah, that'd be dope. I want to do it. I mean, I'm open to anything to strengthen my skills, abilities, or anything, like, to be a better version of myself, to be a better person to my husband. Like, I'm with it. I don't mind it. It look interesting, it's fun, and it look like they probably going through some struggles, but you know, like, you there to work it out and get through it. But to my single people, you know, I ain't against hanging with y'all, even though I'm married. I ain't against it. But you know, you just gotta be respectful. You just gotta respect my situation, respect my grind, and just know that I'm passionate about my family, and I ain't trying to like be in no type of situation or nothing like that, like to be losing nothing, like, cause I ain't got time for that. And if you try to come and try to jeopardize something, then girl, you got to go. Like, that's just it. We ain't friends. Like,
what if y'all was friends for 20 years?
It don't even matter.
It don't even matter. I feel like it don't matter. Like, cause I feel like if you can't respect me, that means that I've outgrown you and we can't elevate to the next level. That means sorry, not sorry. Gotta go.
Respect your relationship.
Yeah, like, you gotta, you dealing with me, you gotta deal with me and what comes with me.
Not
like,
just that, you have some single people that don't do single people things. You know, like, they don't behave like, they're not out there like other single people are. And so therefore you got these other single people trying, like girl,
what you mean? What you mean?
Okay, so prime example, somebody like me, prime example, Victoria said to London the other day, she said, Mommy is so whack. All she does is take you to work, take you to school, take me to grandma's house, and go to work and go home. We don't do nothing else. So any other single person would look at it like, girl, you boring. You need to get out. You need to get you something. You need to do this. You need to do that. Right. Let's go see. Like, I had a friend ask me to go see male strippers. I don't like that. That's not my thing. Invite me to go do some art or to a wine tasting or something like that. So you got some single people that don't do the stuff that other single people do. Yeah. And, you know, we get pushed to the side too. When we sitting in the house, that's why I prefer hanging around couples, married or not, because most of them are more grounded. They're doing what I do. All they do is go to work and go home. That's it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Their enjoyment in life, like my enjoyment in life is my garden when the spring and the summertime come. That's boring to other single people, but that's fun to me.
Yeah. I think it's also maturity level.
Yeah.
It is.
It is definitely maturity level, and you know, like I know some single people that still be in the club, want to be twerking and
Every weekend.
doing twerk
Even
videos
on
on
the internet.
Instagram. I'm like, yo,
Instagram
like,
models.
like I
No
mean,
shade.
I mean, I'm not trying to shade Instagram models. I mean, I don't know. I don't really be following Instagram models, but I'm talking about people that I know that be doing twerking videos on Instagram and stuff like that. Like, girl, you too grown to be doing that. Like,
Right.
granted, I get it might be cute or funny or whatever, but I'm not doing it. Like, I don't care if I got kids, no kids. Like, we at age right now where it's like, yo, we need to be elevating and not basically displaying ourselves like that.
And you can tell kids what to do and not to do if you're doing the same thing they doing.
Amen.
Right. So
That's true. But yeah, this was fun. Fun conversation.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to add? Well, tell people how they can find you.
You can find me on Facebook, Ashley Valentine. My Instagram is private. I don't accept Instagram followers.
wow.
I feel like it's just my private life.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I'm open to Facebook. I don't want to accept no more friends on Instagram. Like I've had it private for like the past 4 years, and I just kept like I have a lot of requests, but unless I know you personally, I just want to keep my personal Instagram private. But you can follow us at Isis Wellness Bar NC. Isis Wellness Bar NC at gmail.com. You can give us an email. Also, you can follow us on Facebook at Isis Wellness Bar, or you can follow us on Instagram at Isis Wellness Bar.
And your website. Because I gave somebody that the other day.
Oh, okay. And our website is www.isiswellnessbar.com. Just connect with me if you're just trying to build about business, and you could connect with me like that. Other than that, my personal life is my personal life.
I know that's right. Anybody got any inspirational words for us to close out?
Love yourself. That's all I got today. Just show yourself love.
Jesus is the answer.
Well, just like Ash said, if you're trying to pursue a business or you're trying to chase your dreams, just do it. Just believe in yourself. And like I said earlier, people, we fall down, get back up. Like you have the next day and the day after that to reinvent your life and reinvent the wheel. Just stay encouraged, stay blessed, and love over hate.
Shane, you got anything else to add? Oh, there's Michelle Obama quote something about there's no limit as to when women come together, what they could accomplish. So I just want to leave that out there. Just empower each other.
That's right.
So because we could do great things together. Then
sure can.
And love over hate.
Love over hate. And if you want to give us any questions, any topics to talk about, you can send us an email at lovelifeafter18@gmail.com. Also follow us on Twitter, Instagram at love.lifeafter. Just give us any type of feedback, any questions, any topics. Send us an email and we'll pull it up and we'll discuss your topic on our next set. And that's it, guys. Thanks so much, Ashley, for joining us. Appreciate your presence. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Love Life After. Thanks, guys.
Baby, you're my coat. She got me.